TV in association with MTK Global. We're at the O2 today, big press conference day. David HAYE, Tony Bellew, as well as a full undercard. Quite fortunate enough to be joined by the main man of Drogheader, none other than Chris McKenna. How are you, mate?
Very good, mate. It's Drogheda is how it's pronounced. We're gonna have to get
Drogheader?
we're gonna have to get you some pronunciation lessons.
I've
on
heard that a few times, to be honest. Let's talk boxing. Let's talk
Yes.
big fight. How excited are you?
I'm looking forward to it. It's been an interesting build-up, let's say. It's got all the works to be an explosive fight. I don't think it's gonna be a 12-round ball fest. You can guarantee that, or 12 rounds of two people trying to outbox each other. It's going to be exciting. So, and it's a good undercard as well. Some little tasty little fights on it too. So, can't wait really now. A few days to go.
Yesterday we had rumour mill that David HAYE had been injured. Was you and your paper anything to do with this? Did you break this news?
I did not break this news, unfortunately. I didn't have that story. I was been told by Hayes Camp that he's all fine, everything's okay. He's obviously probably had a few niggles in training, everybody does, and whether it's his Achilles, his shoulder, whatever, he's gone to Germany, he's had himself checked over, and probably just to reassure himself to make sure he is fully fit, and had a word with his doctor. As he says, everybody gets checked over by the doctor. He's got that doctor from 2014, was it? 2013 surgery, so maybe it was just to reassure himself, but I mean, I've been told that he's not had any major issues. I mean, what fighter gets into a ring 100% these days? They all pick up little nicks and stuff, and little tight hamstrings or tight arms or biceps, whatever. So he won't be 100%, but neither fighter will. So I don't think it's that serious. He's not going to pull out now at this stage. As you seen last night at the workout, he looked in pretty good nick. If that's him injured, I'd hate to see him fully fit, put it that way. But
Indeed.
no, unfortunately, it wasn't our story that did that. So
We saw an Instagram picture of David HAYE in Germany with Joe Fournier. We're led to believe that they flew out in Joe Fournier's private jet.
Yeah.
So was that tactically leaked, do you think, that picture? Do you think it was done by Team HAYE for us to speculate on
I think it's all part of the mind games. I mean, on Tuesday evening at about 6 o'clock, there was some pictures put out on a newspaper website that he was off to Germany, and there was pictures of him leaving the gym. So he obviously gave permission to them to go out. So, and then later on that night, he's posting that he's on this private jet, and then he's in a Munich restaurant. So it's all part of the game. He wanted people to know he was there. If he was going out there with a serious injury, he would not have been putting them out. He would have been keeping that under wraps. He wanted that out. Whether it's mind games to annoy Bellew, whether it's just just to build more speculation about the fight. Because as you know, yesterday, everybody was talking about it again. It had gone quiet for a day after the madness of Monday. So that story comes out, and it's madness again. Oh, is it on? Is it off? And people are suddenly talking about the fight. Then it's back on, and like, oh, is he going to be fit? Maybe Bellew's got a better chance now. Maybe he's not fully fit. So it's all part of the build-up. If HAYE had a serious problem, he would not have been leaking that he was going to Germany. I think it's part of either to build up the profile of the fight, or mind games to try and rattle Bellew.
As you mentioned, David HAYE, he looks in really good shape. Do you think it's just a sort of smokescreen, the rumours that he hasn't been training, he's been sort of living the...
Yeah.
Excuse me, sorry about that. I think that it is sort of a bit of a smokescreen, the fact that he does look in good shape, and the rumours that he hasn't been training, he's been sort of living the Miami lifestyle.
He's been training, there's no doubt about it. You don't get into that kind of shape. And as well, Shane McGuigan is an ultra-professional trainer. He's not going to be putting his name to David HAYE if David HAYE's not taking it seriously, because his reputation is on the line as well. If HAYE doesn't perform, people are going to ask questions of McGuigan, so he won't be putting his name to him if he's out there in Miami, feet up all the time. He's training there. When he was in Miami, he was up at 6, 7 in the morning. He's probably doing a morning session, maybe having a relax, then doing an afternoon session, and then he's doing all that on the yacht, messing around, relaxing in the evening. And he's perfectly able to do that. If that suits people to do that, it's better. For Bellew, it's different. He prefers to be in Rotherham, training there in the cold, hardening him up, and being able to go back and see his family. If that works for him, then brilliant. But different people like different things, and there's no way David HAYE's been out there on holiday, because McGuigan wouldn't have allowed it, I can guarantee that.
Is there sort of underlining plots between David HAYE and Dave Caldwell that we've not sort of seen? There's something gone on behind closed doors, because yesterday, I don't know if you've had any quotes off David Haye regarding Caldwell, but in the IFL TV interview with Coogan yesterday, he was very vocal and very hostile, very angry towards David Caldwell. Is there anything that we should know about that's happened?
I don't know. I don't think anything particularly has happened. I mean, Tony's just there chilling out,
Just see
looking
the
relaxed.
bomber doing a dance. We've got a little pan on.
He doesn't look too stressed out.
Doesn't
anyway.
look worried about it, does he? A little bum with it.
But no, Dave Caldwell obviously there's history there, because Dave was in the camp when David Haye was with Adam Booth. I don't know if they had a falling out. I'm not sure. Maybe Hayes just using it again to kind of rattle, to undermine Bellew, just trying to put doubts in his mind about his coach, that he thinks he's not fit enough to be a trainer and all that. But Bellew's obviously put a lot of faith in Caldwell, so have the McDonald's, so has David Price, and so he must be doing something right in Sheffield, or in Rotherham, sorry.
As much as the fighters, I think there's a lot of pride on stake between the trainers. Obviously, Shane McGuigan coming on the back of a loss for his man Carl Frampton.
Yeah.
David Caldwell coming on the back of a loss in the shape of Gavin McDonnell, and then if you look further past that, then David Price also.
Well, yeah.
Do you think that adds a lot of more pride and pressure on the line?
I think it puts a bit more extra pressure. Yeah, people will be interested to see not just how they prepared the men, but the advice to give them in the corners. If it gets that far, if they even have a chance to do that. But yeah, I think there will be extra pressure on them to. Trainers are proud. McGuigan's maybe, I think, only had 2 defeats as a coach. Conrad Cummins, which was controversial, and then obviously Frampton, which was a fair result. So he won't want to have 2 back-to-back, and David Caldwell's got a point to prove as well. I mean, Gavin McDonnell's defeat was, that's nothing really to do with Dave Caldwell. Ray Vargas was an exceptional talent.
It's really impressed with Gavin McDonnell.
Yeah, he was brave, really brave.
Great defence as well.
Yeah, kept going, and there was one point I thought this fight was way gone, but later on he kind of came into the fight, and that was brilliant. So, but again, that's not on Caldwell. That was just Vargas was just a step above poor old Gav. So no, I think there is a lot of pressure on them, but who'll win? Who will they be more happy if their man wins for them? No, they'll be more happy for their man that he's won. So.
I just like the little side plots. It makes it a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
you want something extra, and well, there's been plenty in the build up to this one anyway, between the 2 main ones. So you add a little extra on the side, and got a great fight. Well, a great rivalry anyway. We'll see if it'll be a great fight.
I appreciate giving me some time. So I'm going to let you go and do some real work, and we'll catch you again soon. Thank you very much, Chris.
No worries, mate.